Hey there guys, and welcome back to another video with Logie Shaw. Got Mike here, and we have another interactive horror story. Last time we did The Doll. This time, we are gonna do After Funeral. So, I guess let's hop in. And again, if there's no audio, I'll find an audio to put in. Just keep that in mind for all of these, just in case. So now I get to do a lot of reading, and hopefully I do better this time. Oh, yes. Dawn White. I wonder if that's a reference to anything. Jonathan White. Oh, probably to this story, considering that the others are blank. Why are they facing all different directions like this? Those are... doesn't matter. After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. Okay. You receive messages in your computer, those claim to be sent by your son's soul. Oh, awesome. He says that he wants to be with you once again. Excellent. And he asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Wait a minute. Will you believe in these messages? No. No! Alright, let's jump in. After Funeral. You used to be a father. Ow. It has been 3 days since your son, Jonathan White, right here, was buried in the graveyard of a local church. I'm assuming that is our wife on the left. He was 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the Carpenter's song, Close to You. Since your wife passed away, giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything, In my defense, I don't usually read aloud, and also there's little grammar things here and there, so it kind of throws me off. He was your angel. Now he's gone. I don't have to click there. Stop it. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to market, leaving him alone at home. He was 8. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan lying on the bed, motionless. His face was covered with his pillow, choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. Do you know how much force it takes to suffocate someone with a pillow? You can still breathe a majority. You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget. But the details are in front of your eyes, and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers, those you are not so familiar with. You are not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He was wearing black suits and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all of this. I don't know the significance of your feet being turned to the east. I am also not traditionally religious, so I'm not entirely sure what that signifies. You wished it was you lying there instead of him. Yeah. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. It's 1400 now. You are a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. That will do it. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. The screen is blank. You haven't written anything for a long time. There are cigarette butts in ashtray and your black hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. It's interesting that it gives these little minute details. I really don't like that the game is completely silent and then it has random sound effects. I don't like it. As you're sipping your coffee, doorbell rings. The doorbell rings. Can I not look outside to see who it is? No. Fine. Open the door. You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. You had drunk beers and had barbecue with him several times. Bob is a nice guy. He is overweight, has short black hair, and has no facial hair. He wears a dark blue jacket and a black beanie. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask how you've been. I mean, I've had a barbecue with him a few times, so I'm not going to spill my life story on him. I'm fine. Bob believes in your lie. It is good that you're doing better, fam. Oh. Okay. Everyone knows losing a kid is a hard process, but I'm sure you will get over it. Get over it? It's not how that works. You're a strong man. Bob continues. I am going to the market right now. You need anything? You remember that you're out of cigarettes. Huh? Yeah, I need some cigarettes. Ah, you need cigarettes? Yeah, I need cigarettes. He puts his hand in his pocket and pulls a pack of cigarettes. Maybe I'm a bad friend for doing this, but anyway, take this. I'll buy myself another pack at the market. You take the pack that has 10 cigarettes inside and thank him. Okay. Okay, man, see you later. You say goodbye to Bob, too. Then he goes. You close the door and sit back on your work table. You look at the computer screen that should have been blank, but no, it's not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I miss you. I thought it was supposed to be an email. So it's on a Word document, not an email? None of these have the option that I'd be doing. I'd be looking around for the asshole that is playing this horrible prank on me. That's what I would be doing right now. Not these. Turn off. No, I'm not. I wouldn't turn off the computer. That's not what I would do. I wouldn't do any of these options though. Oh, you know what? It's not me. We'll shout. After you shout your deceased son's name out, new letters appear and form a reply. Yes, it is me. You are not a computer engineer, but you know that it is possible to hack someone's computer and put a prank on him if the computer is online. Your computer is connected to the internet with an Ethernet cable. Well, if you're just on a Word document, you don't need to be on a thing. So I guess, yeah, pull the Ethernet out. You crouch down and frantically pull the Ethernet cable from your computer. You expect that nothing else will be written, but no, you are wrong. I am in the computer. Turn off the computer. You turn off the computer and the monitor screen goes black, then nothing else appears on the screen. You don't find anything to write in your novel, so you don't need to turn on the computer once again. And yes, also the text disturbed you. You don't experience anything supernatural during the rest of the day. At night, you take your sleeping pills and fall asleep. You're having a vivid dream. You see Jonathan in a garden with green grass and colorful flowers. He runs around with happiness and angels. There are white-dressed angels around him. Everyone is smiling. See, like I said, the little grammar mistakes. That's. You are not a part of this dream. Jonathan doesn't see you, but you are still content with seeing him happy in this Eden. He was always a benevolent boy after all. He deserved to go to heaven. I don't like the random sounds in the silence. I really hate the silence. But you wake up to the sound of a door rings. You wake up to the sound of the door rings bell. You take a look at the clock. It's 10 a.m. You wear your slippers and open the door. It's Bob. Hello, I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand. There is anxiety on his face. You take the newspaper. It's Ohio's local newspaper. Another kid choked to death. Oh. Officers are investigating the curious case of repeated deaths of kids in the state. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Madsen, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered with his pillow. What makes it interesting for officers is that this is the 7th time a boy died this way this month in Ohio. Recently, 8-year-old Jonathan White, also died with a pillow on his face. Sheriff Walcott states that he finds the recent events quite interesting. Yeah, it's called a serial killer. The end. The end? That's it? There are 2 possible endings. That was it? Well, I mean, I guess it was either do this or believe that my son was in the computer, and because I believed that it was a hacker and just cut it off, it was fine. Look, I would survive in a horror movie. Oh, my computer is speaking to me? Nope. Off. I kind of want to know what happens if I decide to believe in the computer and how he would be resurrected. I kind of... Oh, I guess I pressed any key. I tabbed out to try to see how long this was. Screw it. So I'm just gonna speed through this. Jesus. Let's not open the door this time. The bell door rings once again, but you don't respond. It's probably Bob, your neighbor and friend. You feel an urge to wash your face. Despite the cold day, your face somehow got sweaty. After washing your face, you look at your reflection in the mirror. You notice that your eyes got red, mostly because of crying and being sleepless. You use sleeping pills, but they don't always work. You turn back to your work table. You look at the computer screen. It should be blank, but no, it's not. Something is written. Daddy, I miss you. Let's type Jonathan. So yeah, turning off the computer apparently is no. You type Jonathan's computer, then new letters get appended at the text in the screen. Whoever types it, he, she, it, writes fast. When they are finished, they form 2 sentences. I can hear you, Daddy. Talk to me. Shout Jonathan. Okay, that's the same. We're not gonna pull out the Ethernet cable. We're gonna believe it this time. How's that possible, Jonathan? Good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said that I love you and you love me, so he sent me back. Well, he kind of missed. Oh? I'm so afraid, Daddy. It is cold and dark. I am so cold here. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? This is definitely a demon. No, I don't think it is right. It's not right, but let's go for it. Find 5 candles and wait for the midnight. Bye for now, Daddy. Okay? You have got only 1 candle at home. You normally use the candle when the electricity is gone, so you didn't need more than 1 candle before. What will you do? Let's ask Bob for candles. You wear your long beige coat and black leather boots. You walk to Bob's house and ring the bell. After 10 seconds, he opens the door. Hey, what's up? No, I need 4 candles. Sure, I have plenty of them. Why do you need them, may I ask? No, that... If it's something that you believe, you're not... Well, I mean, if it's something you actually believe, you might tell them. Because if you were in that state, you wouldn't care if someone didn't believe you or not. Let's not tell. Very well, let me bring the candles. He goes to the kitchen, then he returns with 4 candles in his hands. Here you go. You thank him and take the candles, then return home. At home, you wait in front of your monitor. Nothing happens till midnight. Then a new message appears on the screen. I'm back, Daddy. Did you bring the candles? Yes. Good. Let me explain how you can bring me back. Go to the cemetery. Dig my grave. Bring my coffin home. Okay. We shall speak again once you bring my coffin. That's illegal. That's big bad. You know it is insane what you do, but you get prepared to get outside. You wear your coat and get outside your home. It's snowing like hell, a cold interpretation of hell. Outside. The sky has a bright purple color. Ooh. Illuminating the night with the help of a full moon behind the clouds. You get in your car and you start it. The streets and roads are empty. There's only you outside in this hour of night. It doesn't take long to arrive at the church and its graveyard. Graveyard is covered with snow and gray mist. No lights come from the church. Either there is nobody inside or the priest is sleeping. That's good. Can't be seen while digging your son's grave because it's illegal. You find the graves of your son and wife. Jonathan White was buried next to his mother. There is an unoccupied area next to them. You will be buried there when your time comes. It's already... Oh, no, it's not... It didn't say it was already dug. Never mind. You search for a shovel. You find it in about 10 minutes. And you are ready to dig the grave. Dig the grave. Sound effects. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach the little wooden coffin. You climb down. After 6 feet of... Okay, no, I see what it's doing. Okay. Then carry the coffin up. Interesting, because them things are heavy. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin in your car's back seat. I guess he was 8 years old, but still. You had never done something this bizarre before. Yeah? After you reach home, you get off your car... You get out of your car and carry the coffin in. Luckily, there is nobody around you. You drag the coffin to your living room center. You don't care about the floor getting dirty with soil. Thank you, Daddy, gets written on the screen. Now put the candles around my coffin like a star. Okay? We can't stop now. You carefully place the candles around the coffin, making it the center of the star. You lighten them with your lighter. Now read these aloud, Daddy. A lonely goat on a mountain. He is thirsty. Thirsty for human love and affection. I shall give him the water. I click. I guess I have to do this. You read the lines. I just read them. And the coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid gets opened slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and raising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You can smell the rot of his undead corpse. He is wearing that black suit you couldn't forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin, away from you, without saying anything. And he does something you wouldn't expect from the dead. He dances. He dances with joy. After half a minute, he stops dancing, stares at you. His eyes are still blue. Take me in your arms, Daddy. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something. It is impossible not to obey what he says. You feel this presence dominating the room, overwhelming you, and it's impossible to say no. You crouch down and take him in your arms. You carry him to the bathroom. You bring him to the dark bathroom. You turn on the light and get horrified by what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin is burned, like coal. Jonathan had an innocent and handsome face, but the face you see is so far from being pleasant. It is like a really old man's face, who is also very ugly, and he has no hair. I always wanted a daddy like you, says the eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. Yep. The end. Okay. That was After Funeral. These are decent little, short stories. I kind of like it. I do wish that they had some kind of music playing along, but it is a free game, and all of these stories are in it for free. So check it out on Steam. Links down in the description below. And I hope you all enjoyed watching. I want to thank you for being here, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.